Well, first, let me say thank you, Jay, for saving the best for last. Good evening, everyone. I would like to first thank everyone for being here this evening to show their interest in the most important and exciting election in Medford in over 30 years. I would also like to thank Jay Campbell for putting this event together and Tufts University for allowing us to hold this event in such a beautiful facility. What everybody has just listened to from the other 13 candidates, as far as their initiatives, are very important. And I ask all of you to take some time later tonight to talk with me about my vision, or follow me on Facebook, or visit my website to learn more about my ideas about the arts, recreation, drug prevention, and smart business growth. But tonight, I would rather take this time we have together to talk to you about who I am. I am George Scarpelli. How are you? For those people who don't know me, I'm married to a beautiful woman named Dina. I have two wonderful children, John and Gianna. John is 12 and Gianna is 10. They both attend the McGlynn Elementary and Middle Schools. I've spent my entire life trying to help people, focus on others, to help others succeed. I learned these wonderful traits from two unbelievable people, my parents, Lily and my father, Aldo. They taught me at a very young age to be there for my family, my friends, my neighbors, and my community. It was Maya Angelou who said, when you get, give, when you learn, teach. And I dedicated myself to public service. Whether it was a park instructor at the Riverside Housing Projects 28 years ago, or a member of your current Medford School Committee, I've always focused on Medford, Medford's most valuable resource, and that's its people. My personal passion morphed into my career passion, and that's to help people. Whether it's to help a graduating senior apply and gain entrance into college or university, or helping a homeless child and their family find a place to live, sitting with the parent to help them put a plan in place to help them with a troubled child, or creating community service opportunities for hundreds of children and young adults so they have a better sense of giving back to their community, or working with government officials to support a child with legal residency and immigration issues. I consider myself very fortunate to have the opportunity to follow my passion as a school teacher, a coach, a recreation director, and as a member of your Medford School Committee. And my aim is to use these leadership qualities that I've attained to bring a collaborative approach to working with the City Council and the Mayor's Office. In conclusion, I hope you see that my goal in running for Medford City Council is to leverage my experiences to make Medford a better place for its people. I ask for one of your 7 votes on November 3rd. I'll be a last candidate in your ballot. I hope I'm number 1 in your heart. And I finish with this, as I did a few years ago: give a hoot, vote Scarpelli. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The entire city, we only had 2 people actually try to run. So I'd like to ask both candidates to come up and finish this off for tonight before we all head over to the other room.
These lights really are bright, thank you. Good evening, my name is Stephanie Muccini Burke, and I'm running to be your next mayor. Hey! Thank you so much, Jay, Ben, the photographer, the videographer, and Tufts University for hosting tonight. As many of you may know, I am a lifelong Medford resident, and like you, I chose to reside in this city that I love greatly. I raised my family here. Having graduated from Medford High School, I went on to Suffolk University for my undergraduate degree in accounting, and then on to Bentley University for my master's in taxation. My children have all attended public schools. I believe that 15 years as your city councilor, 4 years as the director of budget and personnel, and over 25 years as a licensed certified public accountant in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts makes me the most qualified candidate for mayor. While I was a counselor, I was a small business owner as well, with my own accounting practice down on Forest Street. And also I served as the chief financial officer for a small business in Winchester. I originally ran for council because I thought my perspective as a small business owner would be valuable on that body. I promised I would be a different type of voice, a calm, articulate, and respectful voice. And I kept my promise to you. When I am elected mayor, I promise to bring this voice, my knowledge, work ethic, honesty, and love of this city to that office. Ultimately, it is your mayor that guides the ship. We need a mayor that is equipped to handle the many facets of the CEO position of your community. I place great emphasis on my financial background and my organizational skills, and I hope that you will determine that I have the blend of experiences that will lead the city forward and be a partner in progress with me and you. I have watched what our neighbors have done for some of the cities around us and believe that some initiatives can be applied to improve Medford, such as the quarterly ward meetings that it was initiated in Somerville, and the Salem Partnership, whose mission statement is, and I must quote this, share resources and skills to augment projects related to revitalization and restoration of the city. This is so what we need in our community. It is the partnerships throughout the community and the region that will kickstart Medford's progress. Good ideas can come from many, but it takes a team to bring them to fruition. I have been a leader on many business teams and have witnessed the fortitude needed to keep the ship steady. I have been a leader on the City Council where I worked with the residents in small restaurants to bring about change to our liquor laws. We wanted them to be prosperous and successful in our community. Many may not realize that you needed 250 seats to get a full liquor license at the time, and that was the only option and the only game in town. This put smaller establishments at a large competitive disadvantage. We came up with a plan to allow them to serve beer and wine. Now, many successful small restaurants are located here, increasing our tax base and allowing for a diverse dining experience. This is just one example of how successful you can be when you're partners in progress. However, the community has to have a strong infrastructure in place to allow for economic development. That is why, when a counselor, I relentlessly requested that the administration craft a capital plan. My first order of business after becoming budget director was to develop such a plan, and it was called Chart the Course, all while remaining within the financial limitations set by Prop 2.5. This plan gave our kids and our teachers upgrades that they can be proud of, including new science labs, technology upgrades, turf fields, and Medford High School pool. My opponent, however, did not vote in full for the last two initiatives. Our DPW crew, the backbone of the city, can hold their heads up high with this new facility that will meet the demands of energy and operational efficiencies and a community recycling area. Our seniors will soon be walking into a senior center with the Crystal Campbell Peace Garden at its door. While this is a spot to reflect on what was taken from us on that day, it's also a lovely place to contemplate the future of peacefulness in our community and our world. My opponent, however, did not support this. As your budget director, I improved Medford's bond rating during the worst economic time since the Great Depression, and many of these projects were done at a 2% interest rate and enabled and put good people to work in our community. But much needs to be done. The first order of business is to cooperatively with the new City Council prepare a 5-year master plan that will place Medford Square at the forefront of our revitalization efforts. And if I can digress, it's with you all as well that we can put together a plan that is meaningful to this entire community. Medford Square should be the hub of economic activity in our city. Zoning changes have to take place, as well as a master developer needs to be secured to move this initiative forward on city-owned parcels. This mixed-use development with an affordable housing component and a space for public art is needed to bring life to our square. This, combined with active recruitment by the city and chamber, will lead to greater diversity of business and an increased tax base to the city. This practice will be mirrored in our smaller squares throughout the community. I would look to spearhead a planning group like the Salem Partnership that I mentioned earlier. It is comprised of stakeholders that include the city, hospitals, universities, and other nonprofits and entities. This will augment the planning activities and bring about a much-needed fresh perspective to economic development in our community. Good ideas are all around us. We need to cultivate them together to move this city forward. As a community, we take pride in our diversity and should continue to embrace the differences that make us strong. I will be a mayor for everyone in our community. In closing, I look forward to speaking with you after and hope that you will give me your vote of confidence on November 3rd. Let's be partners in progress, and I thank you tonight.
I was told by Donald Trump that I could take his time tonight, so so here we go. Good evening, and once again, everybody has said it, so it's very obvious that Jay and Tufts Vote put an awful lot of effort into this because it's an important issue within our community, getting people out there, getting to understand what's going on. So I'm not going to give you the resume of my background because you'll see it in the next one when we go back. I have a web page, I have a Facebook page, I have a Twitter page. To me right now is more important is what I'm all about and why I'm running for mayor. I'm very proud of the 39 years that I have spent as a dedicated elected official here in the city of Medford, working for Medford to make it a better place. My desire to run for this job was born from two reasons. First, my love for the city of Medford, and second, from so many citizens wanting change. A change that encourages community input, transparency, responsibility, and common sense. A change that will present new beginnings and not more of the same old, because the price of doing the same old thing is far higher than the price of change. The secret of productive change is learning from the past as we build on the new. As your candidate for mayor, I want to share with you a beginning agenda after listening to so many people for the past few months to move our city forward with a breath of fresh air. This is the agenda. We would secure the negotiation to terminate the out-of-state Republic kiosk parking program and propose with business, citizen, and council input an in-house parking enforcement program that is user and business friendly. We would reorganize the Office of Community Development into the Office of Business and Cultural Affairs and seek a qualified grant writer proficient in downtown commercial, residential, and mixed-use development so that Medford Square and our sister squares will eventually become exciting and an interesting place to go to. We shall work further to promote student excellence in our public schools, better than what it is. But we will also mandate school department budgets to include a minimum 5% repair appropriation for each Medford public school. You heard what they said a few minutes ago, 15 years after the fact of the new schools, and they're already in disrepair in excess of $1 million. While engaging and costly, we would move forward with the City Council on a multi-year street recovery program that addresses all city streets as to potholes, curbing, striping, signage, and street rehabilitation. We would initiate a comprehensive public safety issues and a location plan proposal for a new police station within a 3-year time period, not 7 as my opponent has alleged, and with a proposed financial plan. We would redirect our Medford Public Library to be the best community resource for books, computer technology, information, research, public meeting accommodations, and possibly a community cafe. 2 years ago, along with Council Marks, we sponsored for the first time in our Medford budget for the Medford Arts Council a budget appropriation for $10,000. This past year, along with Council Marks and Council Longo-Kern, we doubled that, and I intend to keep that commitment as your mayor. We would secure an independent audit with fresh ideas and fresh eyes to review our city and school financial departments. We would strongly support Medford's Overcoming Addiction Crusade to educate and enhance community awareness and support to help those who suffer from addiction and their families. I shall personally attend city council meetings when asked and needed, and respond to council inquiries in a timely manner, contrary to what my opponent has alleged. We would promote a locally available public access community TV station that satellites with the Medford Vocational School in promoting their technology for programming and educating students, citizens, and businesses. My administration would support an annual June cleanup fix-up week for neighborhood bulk items throughout the city. We would propose, after consultation and comparisons, a multi-year water and sewer infrastructure cost plan. We shall support a complete charter review with public participation, something that hasn't been done in over 30 years. We would initiate a citizen responder program to address citizen calls within a 24-hour workday time period, something that would be compatible to the 311 system call that people are talking about right now. Change is necessary in life. It keeps us moving, it keeps us growing, and it keeps us interested. It's obvious by the interest for you folks being here. There will be a change this November 3rd. So on November 3rd, you can make this change happen by your vote. I am Robert M. Penta. I am running for the office of Mayor of the City of Medford. I love this community. I've dedicated 39 years of my life to being in government and working for you, the people. I have no personal gain by running for this office but one, and that's for you, the people of this city. I would appreciate your vote on November 3rd, and I thank you for allowing me to explain my vision with you.
So I want to thank both candidates and all the candidates here. What we're going to do at this point is ask the candidates to head over to the Alumni Lounge while I tell everyone else, all the residents here, just a few programs coming up before you get to stretch and do whatever. I just want to let you know that there is a mayoral debate coming up on September 30th. We're asking for you to submit your questions. There's forms in the other room where you can submit your questions. For people who are going to watch this at home, thank you so much to Chris Donovan. Otherwise, this would not be on TV. We're gonna, you can submit your questions to Jay Campbell, jay@jcampbellrealty.com or on my Facebook page. But I thank you all. Give the candidates a few minutes to get back there. Thank you so much.